The Philadelphia Eagles have done it yet again. They do this to their fans every year in the draft. I don't understand this. With the exception of last year, Devontae Smith was a good pick. This year, they're trading up to number 13 with the Houston Texans in exchange for picks 15, 124, 162, and 166. So 4 picks going to Houston to move up a couple spots to pick 13 and jump the Baltimore Ravens. There's only one player to be jumping Baltimore for. Defensive tackle / nose tackle Jordan Davis from Alabama. Now, some issues here. First off, Jordan Davis, super athlete. Like, my God, this guy. If you look at his spider chart on mockdraft.com, which basically shows you what percentiles he's in historically compared to players at his position, it's ridiculous. I mean, height, he's about 6'7". That's 98th percentile. Weight, 341 pounds. And this is from the combine, 95th percentile. Arm length, 77th percentile, 34-inch arms. 10 3/4-inch hands, 93rd percentile. 10-yard split in the 40-yard dash, 83rd percentile. Your 40-yard dash, 4.78. 4.78 at 341 pounds. 97th percentile. A vertical jump, 32 inches, 80th percentile. And your broad jump, 123 inches, 99th percentile. Absolute freak athlete. I don't like this pick. I just don't. I understand Philadelphia is based around building up the defensive front. It's really their identity, let's be honest. They have such deep defensive rotations. They always have good defensive line. There would be Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox recently. Javon Hargrave they have currently on that roster. They brought in Josh Sweat and they signed him to a contract extension recently. They brought back Derek Barnett. They drafted Milton Williams recently. They've got a lot of guys on that defensive front. And they'd love to have a deep defensive group. This is a total projection of a pick. If you're drafting Jordan Davis to play 3 downs, which he could not do in college because he physically was not able to, and you're making this pick based on the fact you think he can play 3 downs, but you've never seen him do it, I can't get behind that. I can't get behind trading it for that. I mean, it's difficult to say because he is a freak athlete, but he's not Vita Vea. He's not even close to Vita Vea. Vita Vea was a really good pass rusher in college. Vita Vea was a top 10 prospect in his year's draft. Jordan Davis is not that kind of player. 2 entirely different levels. Jordan Davis had 14 pressures this past season. 14 quarterback pressures the entire year, 2 sacks. He's not a pass rusher whatsoever. He cannot get after the quarterback. He had 5 tackles for loss. For a run stuffer, he had 5 tackles for loss. That just is not good enough production at the collegiate level. And there are some questions about his weight. I mean, he dropped weight for the combine. He's going to continue to drop weight possibly, which would be, I think, really good for him. That's why you think he can play 3 downs as he continues to lose weight at his size. And that will improve his stamina. He'll be able to play late into games because he did struggle with his late game stamina at times this past year. And we saw Alabama really abuse that in the SEC championship game. So Davis has definitely improved his profile by losing weight. But he's still a guy who I would not project to be a 3-down player. To me, he's still a 2-down nose tackle unless he can lose significantly more weight and he can actually rush the passer because right now he cannot. His pad level is too high. He naturally loses the leverage battle. He naturally is too high when he comes off the snap. He doesn't have any pass rushing moves. So I just don't get what Philadelphia's buying into here. Yeah, he can stop the run. He's not even in the lead as a run stopper, though. 5 tackles for loss this past year. And yeah, he has all the physical traits, but he's not put together. And he's got good closing speed, but he's not necessarily a guy who beats you with his initial step off the line of scrimmage. So I just don't know. I don't know. It's a total Philadelphia Eagles pick, though. It's a total projection, but we'll see. This is, to me, Jordan Davis is a 2 or 3 year project. He's not a plug-and-play guy who'll be immediately great. He's going to be a 2 or 3 year project, and let's just hope he can learn from Fletcher Cox. Otherwise, this is going to be an interesting projection for him 2 or 3 years down the line.